about health and wellness because we need to keep our body healthy. And we have to be wealthy and wise in the things that we do and the things that we say. So eating right, exercising correctly, getting enough sleep, drinking enough water, H2O.
That part.
What, you messed up on that? That don't work for you?
Man, we ain't had no water in 4 hours.
Why are you going to say that when that is a bold-faced lie? We got 2 sinks and a toilet.
Oh, man.
Don't tell me that there ain't no water. Now, it may not be the water that you prefer, but there's water in the house.
You just said,
that's all I'm saying.
You just said health. Healthy
Health,
water.
healthy.
Healthy water.
Yes.
That ain't healthy water.
It is. What's the government do it? The government, they do their little seal of approval on the water.
FDA
Exactly, because it's, they take the boo-boo water and they clean it up. And put it through
we're not
they filter
drinking out
it
the
and
toilet.
stuff, and it's good. In fact, the water in the back of the tank, that's clean water right there because it hasn't hit the bowl yet. Because the bowl is where all the bacteria is.
Right. That's where you stash. That's where you stash the
money.
The money.
Exactly, because ain't nobody gonna look there. So
if you put the money back there, then it's
you
dirty.
Wrap the money in the cellophane.
Right.
You gotta wrap it up, Ziploc it.
Then the water ain't safe no more.
It is, because the bag was clean when you put it in there.
Right, but then it's just sitting there marinating and the stuff coming off.
And bacteria and mold and all that.
Then you take the water out, you put it in a cup, you stick it in the microwave, heat up the water, and now it's purified. See?
Wait a minute.
That's
Wow.
Microwave?
So we know who does not work for the water company.
And
Public
then
Waterworks is not our expertise here.
And then you put it in a bottle and you sell it for $5 and call it Fiji.
I was going to say that.
Because you
Water
can't.
straight from the island?
You can't tell me that where they say all these waters come from and they charge you $5 for these bottles, that's where it came from. That's somebody taking some sink water, putting it through a process. Right.
It's filtered.
Exactly.
Yeah, they got
They
it
do their little whatever, throwing a little sprinkle of
Dad
food
works for the
coloring or
city
something.
water department. He's spent 40 years in there, so I know the process, seen the plant,
Really?
everything. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's good water. It's bad water.
So then what kind of water should we be drinking?
Alkaline water.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Because, see, they say with alkaline water, it's not natural.
Yeah.
Because when you bring it through the alkalinity process, you're actually changing the molecules of the water. So now you're drinking processed water versus natural water. So they say well water or spring water is the best water because it's not processed, it hasn't been electrocuted, whatever the case might be. However they do what they do.
So what they say about distilled water?
Distilled water?
They put that through a process.
Yeah.
So it's processed.
Yeah.
So
whenever
spring and
you
well
drink-
water.
And typically when they
It's
say
natural.
use distilled water, it's for a medical treatment of
Yeah.
something. It's never just
the
an
straight
ice
drinking
cold
it.
glass of distilled
I
water.
use it to tint windows with.
Distilled
and like
water?
I said,
Yeah.
Okay.
It comes out cleaner.
Okay. Because it has chemicals in it.
Yep.
And the chemicals make it clean.
Right.
So you learn something new every day.
I thought it was
I just
distilled.
use it.
he was like, I'm still. I'm still
clean,
thirsty. Okay, what you talking about? Still thirsty, yo. Hey,
Do
yo,
what
boy.
my mama said.
Swallow.
Drink your saliva.
Yeah. Swallow it.
That's right. It's yours, right?
Did
Go
you see
ahead.
me grab a piece of watermelon earlier?
Yeah.
Yes, I am.
I had some earlier.
See, that's what makes you eat fruit, because fruit is juicy and succulent, and it's watery, and it helps the,
I had some.
Okay, then what you complaining for?
Because he had them dry peanuts last.
Oh,
so
that's
now-
what it is
Now
now.
it's mouth
Okay, thank you
There
for
we
the
go.
clarification.
Observation.
Thank you. See? Don't make no sense.
I just wanted another strawberry. That's all.
Girl, you miss the
When you
strawberries.
get home. When you get home.
Yeah. You take strawberries home to the privacy of your own.
Exactly. We on now want to see you eat another strawberry for the rest of our lives.
You turn on you some Luther, light you some
I was
candles,
going to say, like them candles.
get you some, spray you some Febreze on your sheets.
boy, you gonna
know
be working
what?
it. That's right.
You go
Turn
Facebook
P on.
Live.
Turn 'em off.
And
Turn 'em off.
and get that blow up doll that they were
no.
talking about or whatever.
Thank you.
that
I
be
was
talking
just
and-
messing. I didn't need it.
Oh,
Thank
what,
you, though.
The blow up
She's
doll.
finna-
What?
no.
Okay. She's like, we got one.
They were like, and
Let me go see. Turn it on. Where the power button?
Duracell or Energizer. Which one keep going and going and
No,
going?
it got to be rechargeable. That's right. You recharge it. and
You want
stuff.
you a Tesla doll. That girl be solar powered.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to and
Solar
have
power,
a
sit
have
up.
a pinned up to the
Yeah.
wall during the day. You come home from work.
Night.
Hello, Big Daddy. Yes.
But they say exercise is the best form of exercise. Yeah.
Why isn't it on an Apple Watch then?
That is true.
It's not on the Fitbit. and
Because
it's
I
not
tried it
Apple
on a
Watch.
Fitbit. Literally. I was
You
like, I'm
tried
getting
what?
Try getting his
it on I was like, this thing working?
Or was you not working?
Working. It's like, I'm going as hard as I can. Register something.
Now her pedometer was going up.
Yeah, it really doesn't. So I don't know. What is up with that? Why
You
can't
can't. Could it be listed as cardio?
It should
It
be.
is cardio.
We do cardio.
Yeah, that
It's
is
a regular
cardio.
exercise if you do
Yeah.
it right.
I mean,
You know, some people are just lazy.
Yeah, some
And
people
they
lazy.
be laying there. I'm like, well, you
And
do
it don't
something
even
about that.
and it ain't
Exactly.
enough for it to be considered cardio. Because
Exactly.
they being lazy and it only took like a minute. So.
You saw- you saw here just put. Are you awake?
Wait,
Wake up.
Here you go.
Making sure you ain't the dog. Making sure there ain't no dog.
No, wait, here you go. He be like, ooh, you in that freaky stuff? I'm like, no, give me your watch. You ain't doing nothing. 300 calories.
So really,
Yes.
when we talk about exercise really can be fun.
Yes.
Yes,
It doesn't have to be
absolutely.
tedious.
No,
you
not
know,
at all.
you all strenuous. You ain't been to the gym in the past year, and the first time you go, you want to lift every single weight and work on every single
single
elliptical,
weight. Yeah.
and you end up
Right.
getting sick,
Yeah.
throwing up,
Hurting
getting
yourself,
dizzy, and
pulling
talking about,
something.
ooh, I don't need to go back,
Talking
and then
about
you don't
neck
show
and
up for
my
another year.
Yeah.
Right.
But you paying that membership though.
Exactly. Faithfully,
Whoa,
too.
cancel.
Uh-huh. Yes.
I know that when I do boot camps, everybody expects it to be a regular, fitness type thing. Last boot camp, we partnered up, but then we took the teams and they did tug of war for burpees.
nice.
And then we had a water balloon toss. And so it's not always, and I try to do things that you can take home and do with your family as well, so that exercise shouldn't be intrusive, it should be inclusive. I take my boot campers skating, we go hiking.
Nice, yeah.
One year we actually did, you couldn't eat, and we went to an escape room.
Nice.
So the whole thing was working on stress management.
Yeah.
When you're at work and you don't take your time to eat and you're trying to be productive and so we simulated that, but we did it in a fun environment so that, we were all there, and of course we stopped looking for ways out. I was like, y'all see any snacks in here? I'm not a Snicker bar. Never mind, that's a prop.
Is that fruit real?
Right. Like, are y'all coming out? We in there eating our arms.
They do that.
What? Eat their arms?
Eat people.
Who eat people?
It's called cannibals. You haven't heard of them?
How do we go from working out?
You just got finished talking about eating arms. That was a segue into cannibalism.
We're not gonna do it
What? In the
because
family?
you open that
it's
door.
a table full of
No.
pescatarians and vegans,
Which is why we need to talk about
vegan. Yeah,
what we should eat. Because there's some people that
Not
eat
other people, then.
But then if we don't eat other people, what should we be eating? You see how that segue?
Oh my gosh.
You gotta be
Okay.
professional. You have to segue in and out and take what you say and then circle back around.
she opened the
and
door so
she
you
opened the
you
door.
walk
I didn't
through.
open the door for
Exactly.
cannibals.
Yes. You opened the door
However-
for what we should and should not eat.
Miss Fancy.
What should we and should we not eat?
So Fancy, you say that you are plant based,
Yeah,
full vegan or?
not full vegan. 'Cause
Okay.
I did have meat. I just prep for a competition. Actually, just finished a competition last Saturday.
Okay.
And there was meat involved in my meal plans.
That you had
Is it supposed to be?
So,
You said, is there supposed to be?
Was there supposed to be?
Yeah.
in order to accomplish the
Yeah, and
physique
I
goal.
I prepped for about 10 to 12 weeks. So in a short amount of time, I was doing 2-a-days and everything. But because I had a short period of time, I decided to just follow the plan as is because I had cut out chicken for a while. Like I ate it occasionally going out to eat, but I stopped bringing it in my house. So that's where I was at with that. But with the plan, I said, yeah, I'll eat it. Just because I knew I needed to get to a certain goal within a short period of time.
And that goal was?
And to put on as much mass on my legs as possible, and round out my shoulder. Yeah.
And chicken put mass on your legs?
Chicken is probably the most complete protein. I mean, other than, meat-wise, it is the most complete protein. So
I can't get with chicken.
I know. So, but I plan to cut it out again.
But there's a point that you made that you didn't bring it in the house.
Right.
Is that a good strategy for
Yes.
people that are trying to
Yes.
eat right? Because if you don't bring it into the house, I don't know if you're going to go out and buy a Snicker bar, but if you don't bring the Snicker bar in the house, that will at least help you from not eating the Snicker bar.
He never met Fat Me.
Oh.
never met Fat
Oh,
Me.
Fat Me?
You gonna get in the car
What?
in
Oh
the
my
rain and the cold
gosh.
and go drive to get a
Let
Snicker
me
bar?
tell you.
Ain't that much Snicker bar?
Back in the day, I would.
Am
You
I-
I
serious?
would go out just for some chocolate.
Snowstorm.
Yes.
Oh, I gotta go to the
You
store.
serious?
Yes.
In my plus size
Some
days?
years ago.
Yes.
That's an addiction. Of
There
some
was
kind.
no.
It was.
That's
It was.
not normal.
I literally remember, my vice used to be Subway cookies.
Oh
And
my
the
gosh.
chocolate chip cookies. And it was such
like
a
that peanut
vice
butter
that the
cookies.
teenagers knew me and would call, and they didn't know my real name. They called me the cookie lady. They would call me and be like, we got some cookies ready.
So they had your phone number
They
as
had my
well?
phone number, and I would
and here
leave
she
my
comes scratching.
house.
Uh-huh.
I would leave. Wait,
for her
I'm
cookie
telling y'all.
cup.
Freshly baked.
You got that double chocolate.
You got that cookie? I need that cookie.
Wait, I left work.
I need that double chocolate one.
But wait, I left work one day late and they closed, but they had taped my cookies in the bag to the door. Nobody touched them. And I literally drove, and it was not like on my way.
You drove out your way for them cookies.
I went one day and they didn't have the cookies ready and I had to go to work. The manager literally drove, it had to be, I would say it was probably about a 25-minute drive from Subway to where I worked, and he literally brought me
Because you was a
13
faithful cookie lady.
I was a cook, so all of that, like who would get up and go? Not only would I go, but I had people to go for me.
Oh.
Yes, I made sure. And once I went on to my
about
own
doing
health
bad.
journey, I remember the first thing that I had a taste for was a cookie. All I tasted was the artificial oil that they use.
Yeah, once you start eating healthy,
yeah,
and then
was
you eat something, that's-
everything.
Yeah.
What
Right.
about that, the diet cookie?
What that cookie? The vegan cookie?
I had an aunt and an uncle, and they sold these cookies that were for cookie fiends that had to have the cookie fix, but it was a nutritious cookie.
Like
so it was,
protein in
yeah,
it?
it was like a diet cookie or something.
Okay.
It's supposed
One
to
of
have
them
oatmeal
benefits.
and whatever.
No,
It's
no
one of them
cookie
fad
heavy.
things like
Yeah,
the
I let you try one
Hollywood
of the
diet.
I let you try one of the vegan cookies.
Them nasty things you had.
Yes, he
The
really
vegan
did
cookies
not.
are good.
No,
He-
they are not.
He got excited because he saw a cookie, and it was
Yeah.
like,
And then I ate it. I was like,
it was just like, that is so gross.
it's my hand.
I don't put it on my shirt.
I wasn't putting it on your shirt. You
You
said it
was
was
awfully
gross when I
close.
was looking it.
Looking
I
at
was
it,
licking it. I was licking my hand on
that
my
was-
body.
But we
I
might
can
shake-
lick my body parts.
Don't nobody shake Dr. Bizness.
I bring you some hand sanitizer.
Y'all gotta touch my hands. I like my hands.
That's fine. Don't touch the mic. Somebody might have to use it.
I like my hands.
Yeah, how they taste?
They say.
Oh,
there we go.
Lord, mercy.
He having that intimate moment with himself.
Right.
Yes, he is.
Intimate moment.
He loving himself.
But see, you got to do that sometimes
You-
when
Yeah.
you crave
I ain't never
chocolate
loved myself
and
so
you
much.
crave
Oh.
ice cream. Guess what? You just you
Oh,
know,
look like chocolate,
look-
ain't chocolate.
Right? It's chocolate, right?
It looks like
It's a
chocolate,
caramel,
but it is.
You know, you just imagine the caramel
Yeah.
taste is mind over matter, right?
It is mind over matter.
Right. You have
It
to
ain't never that
discipline your
much
mind.
in my-
You know,
But
what you
I was
gotta
gonna
talk about,
say,
you know,
but I'm
food
not-
is fuel,
It's
and
go
it's
from
supposed to sustain
mind
your
over matter
Everybody.
That's out of your mind.
So then why you ain't think like that when you was eating that vegan cookie?
Right.
I didn't know it was a vegan cookie.
Oh, because it was a surprise.
Exactly.
He saw a cookie.
She was like, "Ooh, try this," and me gullible. Ooh, okay. But it was like,
So if you was
He said, "What is
prepared,
it?" I
it would
said,
have been
was a
better.
cookie, and he was like, "Hey,
Exactly.
You like that vegan sweet potato pie I had though?"
that I did like. Yes. Yes. And I have somebody on a mission now that, because they know I eat healthy and whatever. And she was like, I'm going to make you the most healthiest dessert
So how
for
you think
Thanksgiving.
sweet potato
And-
pie vegan?
You don't use any of the dairy products, so it wasn't made
Oh,
with
so
milk.
just the
or-
straight potato.
And I didn't make it. One of my clients made it for me.
Oh, okay.
She's transitioning, not necessarily trying to be a vegetarian or a vegan, but literally changing the mucus part of her diet, the cheese and the dairy and things like that. And I love her because she explores. A lot of people will lose the weight, but they won't keep it off because they won't continue to explore options. They'll get bored with salads. And I literally will give you a recipe. If you tell me, I had a client said, my son wants an eggplant. We came up with 3 different recipes.
Yeah, oh, it's
that
a
they
lot
could
of
use.
eggplant recipes.
Right, to do that, but they've never cooked an eggplant before. They've never had one.
Right, so
he
they
tasted it at Zoe's kitchen and was like, I like this, I want it. And she wanted to encourage him. But I was like, well, let's come up with something that's kid-friendly, not too over the top. That'll,
And that's for people who like variety. For someone like me, if you fix me something and it's healthy and I like it, I don't need nothing else.
That's how
I can eat that same thing
you do a cup
every
of tea.
single day.
Oh, yeah.
I got
Well,
no
that's
problem with
different.
that.
He's talking about in life.
But,
Yeah.
but that's the same thing.
Yeah, I don't need all that whatever and fix it and if I like what I like and it's good, I'm
And
good
see,
with that. You don't gotta be trying to experiment on my
You
stuff.
so funny.
What?
She said she don't need nothing fancy. No pun intended. She fancy.
So you a simple type of girl.
Yeah, very simple.
And see,
And you're from where?
Toledo, Ohio.
Okay.
Yeah, Northwest Ohio. Yeah, I know.
36.
About 45 minutes south of Detroit.
Supposed to say Mississippi.
What? Why?
I got family in Mississippi.
Okay, cause see we can talk
I
about
got blood
that.
down there. Yeah.
You can't talk about Toledo.
Oh, I don't know about Toledo. Give me something to work with, girl. We can bounce quarters off of the people in Mississippi.
No,
we talking about
here
in the
you go
previous
again.
episodes and stuff. But we're gonna take a break and we're gonna come back. We're gonna talk more about eating right and exercising and being healthy. Healthy, not healthy.
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 Healthy. Now you gotta be
We gonna get
healthy.
double R some toilet water for me.
Exactly.
I'm good.
telling you, that tank water, but you haven't had
straight.
water until you had you some tank water.
And it's cold.
That's right.
It's
yes,
cold.
Lord. You're tuned in to the Profit and Growth Hour here on WDRB Media, the voice.
Of the community.
We're gonna go home again.
Alright. Cool. Where's the bathroom at?
We don't have one.